Hi everyone! Welcome to Artsonia's After School Art Club. Today, we have a fun art project from Miss Magruder, an art teacher from Missouri. Hope you enjoy the video and don't forget to have your artwork uploaded to your Artsonia gallery.
Hi guys, I'm Miss Magruder and today we're going to make a kaleidoscope like this. So this kaleidoscope has this disc on the end that you're going to draw different patterns on, and it's going to change depending on what you choose to draw. And so when you look in here, where you put it, how close or how far away changes how much light goes in there. And then whatever designs and colors you choose changes the patterns that you see. The supplies you're going to need for today are going to be 3 pieces of this highly reflective mirror board, and I ordered this from Amazon. It's 25 sheets and it's just reflective cardstock. Anything that has a very metallic reflective surface that acts like a mirror should work fine. So I went ahead and cut these into 1.5 inch strips, and they came 8.5 inches wide. So then we have a straw, a piece of 9 by 12 construction paper, a scrap piece of poster board, some masking tape, markers for design and decoration later, and a compass so we can make a nice circle. We're going to take these 3 mirror strips and create a triangle that's going to go inside of the kaleidoscope. And we want these 3 to be facing each other like this. So we're going to start by just flipping them over. So we're on the back side. And we want them side by side, but almost touching, but not overlapping. And we're going to just take a piece of masking tape here and go right down the seam so we get this taped in place. We want to make sure they're not going to overlap each other because we want it to fold. And that can't happen because they're on each other. So a little bit of a gap would be better than too close together. Okay, so once we get these taped on the back side, we're not going to fold the tape over because it would get on our mirror. So we're just going to tear that extra little bit off. Or we could trim it off if you had scissors handy. But we don't need them right now. We're going to fold this together and we're going to do one more piece of tape right down this seam. And that's going to help it stay together and stay nice and secure. So one more piece of tape here. Now we're going to take a look in our side of our triangle and make sure that we have a nice reflection and that there's no weird gaps or anything. So you can see my fingers reflecting in there. And then now we're going to make a case to go on the outside of this. We're going to use our 9 by 12 piece of construction paper. And we're going to just take our mirrors in here and we're going to roll them right up. So on this end, we want a piece of tape that's going to help it be secured. And I'm going to put half of it underneath this top edge, like this. And again, I don't want this extra tape to be in my mirrors later. So I'm going to go ahead and just tear it off right now so that it's not any longer than my piece of paper. And then I'm going to start down here at the end where my mirrors are, and I'm just going to roll it right up. And then push my tape down so I have a nice seam. Make sure that it's not touching my mirrors and that we have a nice cover for our kaleidoscope. We're going to take our straw, and it's a bendy straw, so it has these little ribs in it, and we want that to be sticking off the end here about 1 inch. You could do a little more or a little less. I just like the way that that looks because it gives me enough light that I can see my design and it's not so dark from the bendy part. And put the tape on, and we're going to just secure it right along that seam. So I'm just going to add another piece of tape there. That'll help my paper stay closed, and it'll make my straw nice and secure so it's not going to fall off. Next, we need to make the disc to go on the end. So I'm going to take this extra piece of poster board and my compass, and I want to make a nice 4-inch circle. So I'm just going to go to the 2-inch radius and go all the way around. I can design it now, or I can cut it out and then design it. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and design this one before I cut it out. And we want to have lots of interesting shapes and colors. The more areas that you have filled in, the more interesting I feel like it is when you look at it through the kaleidoscope, because it's going to be reflecting whatever you draw here 3 different times. So if you have a lot of blank areas, it doesn't give it a lot to reflect. And you can write your name or your pet's name or whatever you want, really. You may not be able to tell that is in there later, but it's still fun for you to know. Don't like to leave too much white space because it doesn't make my design very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this little guy out. You can always go back and add more to your designs if you don't like it, or you can even do sequins or glitter. You can add buttons or other objects onto your disc. They'll still work fine, and it'll probably be a lot more interesting. So we want to find the center of our circle or close to it, and we want to put a hole so that it can fit onto our straw. And so I'm just going to use a pen that has a sharp end. It could be any ink pen, it'll work fine. And you're just going to push it straight through the middle and wiggle it until you get a hole. It's not exactly the center, but you know what? It's still going to work. So we're going to put that on the straw and put it on the ribbed parts, on the little, and that's going to make it where it's going to spin and not want to fall off the end. So that's handy. And now you can look straight down in your kaleidoscope and see your design, and it changes depending on what you drew. So you'll be able to see lots of fun, interesting designs that you made. I hope you have a really good time making your kaleidoscopes. Have a good day.